Bettina Ortiz Imena was not accustomed to waiting. A former Miss Venezuela and Miss Universe runner-up, of course, she was always greeted with reverence and whisked to the table she desired. Today, she wanted the corner table on the terrace at Sip Sip, her favorite lunch spot on Harbor Island. She wanted to sit on one of the comfy orange canvas director's chairs and stare out of the gently lapping turquoise waters while eating her kale Caesar salad. But there was a large noisy group taking up the entire terrace and they didn't seem in much hurry to leave. Bettina fumed as she glared at the tourists happily savoring their lunch in the sun. Look how tacky they were, the woman overly tanned, wrinkled and saggy, none of them properly lifted or botox. The 3.5-mile long paradise, with its pristine pink sand beaches, was one of the best kept secrets in the Caribbean, a heaven for the very rich filled with quiet little wood houses painted the shades of the sherbet, charming boutiques, chic oceanfront mansions turned into inns, and five-star restaurants to rivals St. Bart's. Tourists should have to take a style exam before being allowed to set the foot on this island. Bettina stormed into the kitchen, the fringe on her crooked, posy kaftan top shaking furiously as she made a beeline for a woman with a shock of pixie-cut blonde hair manning the main stool. "Julie, honey, what's the dealio? I've waited more than 15 minutes for my table," Bettina sighed to the owner of the restaurant. "Sorry, Bettina. It's been one of those days. The party of 12 on the terrace showed up first just before you did," Julie replied as she handed off a bowl of spicy corn chili to a waiting server. "But the terrace is your prime spot. Why on earth did you let those tourists take up all that space?" "Well, that tourist in the red fishing cap is the Duke of Glencorach. His party just boated over from Windermere. That's his royal husband you see north of the coast. Isn't the most handsome sailboat you've ever seen?" "I'm not impressed with big boats," Bettina huffed, although secretly she was rather impressed by people with big title. From the kitchen window, she surveyed the party assembled on the terrace with new eyes. These aristo British types were such a strange breed. Sure, they had their Savile Row suits and their heirloom tiaras, but when they traveled, they looked so painfully frumpy. It was only then that Bettina noticed three tan, well-built men in fitted white t-shirts and black Kevlar pants sitting at the adjacent table. The guys weren't eating but sat watchfully, sipping glasses of seltzer water. I assume that's the Duke's security detail. Actually, those bodyguards belong to the Duke's special desk. They did a whole sweep of the restaurant before the parties arrived. Bettina squinted through her Dior Extaze sunglasses at the portly, balding 70-something Asian man dressed in a nondescript white short-sleeved golf shirt and gray trousers. "Oh, I didn't even notice him. Am I supposed to know who he is?" "That's Alfred Sham," Julie said in a hushed tone. Bettina giggled. "He looks like their chauffeur. Doesn't he look like that guy that used to drive Jane Wyman around in Falcon Crest?" Julie, who was trying to focus on searing a cut of tuna to perfection, shook her head as I slipped smile. "From what I hear, that chauffeur is the most powerful man in Asia." "What his name again?"
You never know unless you walk in my shoes.